So the first question is basically, actually you already presenting this one in your, while you're doing your milestone, what is it, milestone 5 and 6, right? For example, this is a bit serial adder. This appear in 2018, 2019, question 5, which is actually question 5 is always CUDU, question 5 and 6. Now, previously in the final exam, they usually have 6 questions and you have to answer like 5, I think. So the first 4 you have to answer, and then the last 5 or 6 you have to select either one. But this time, I think no, I think this time there are going to be 5 problems. Each problem has A part and the B part. So indirectly there are 10 questions, and all is a compulsory. You have to answer. So I think all the parts from question 1 to question 4 we have covered, right? So question 1 is basically on the first in the first test exam, which is what in that cover up to all the arithmetic circuits, the multiplier, right? All the combinational logic. And then the second questions usually is the flip-flop latches. I think FSM analysis is one, FSM design is another one, combinational logic or arithmetic circuit is one, CUDU is one, and one more probably something on registers. Yeah. Right. So for example, this one is question 1. Now, would you like me to show you the sample of the previous? I mean, after this, after this we can do that. So question 1 is on serial adder. The thing is, if you do this, you already know. But what I notice is that when you do your presentation, as long as your output appear, you're happy. But the thing is, in the question, you have to really follow this what is it, ASM. So for example, some of you doing the start on all the time, or enable shift on all the time, or zero, this one is the input, ST and 0, right? And you keep it on all the time and it still work, because it's just that the waveform looks slightly different, but in the test it's not to be like that. So we give you this table normally, description. So this problem is usually the longest problem, because it has some description. It has to show you the CUDU, it has to show the ASM chart, and this table, for example, and then the question. So this is the 2 question. For example, A, what is it? Complete the value in hex, binary. So what is the content for the register, the counter, the control signal? So in your milestone 2, sometime for the counter or the register content, you don't really bother. You want to see at the end. But this time it's particular, and use the number of 4 and 9, for example, to start up. And then there should be the B part. So normally the A part is the analysis part. The B part is the design part. In all questions, there are 5. So normally part A is the analysis, part B is the design. A analysis, B design. Yeah. So for example, B based on the ACU. So we usually the question come up with this one. So if you look at this diagram, right? Figure Q.5C, this diagram is exactly taken from simulation. We just erase the content. But actually, as you look at it, you kind of figure out when you have a long bar like this, the K here, right? I mean, the value are the same, right? We shouldn't give you like this, but because we're taking it from the simulation direct, so you just fill up. For example, you fill up this one. So for example, question 2, what is it? Question 2 is naive multiplier, I think, right? Multiplier that was by repeated, yeah, naive multiplier. So again, we give you the ASM, the style. This is final exam 2018-19 1, question 6. Oh yeah, this is question 5 and this is question 6. So there are 2. During this time, you can choose which one you want to do. Okay, same method. again, what is content of the register, what is the counter, the control signal, and then we will give you this thing, the timing diagram or the simulation waveform, and you have to fill up. Which one you have to fill up? You need to fill up this init, the work, the product, the end, the zero, and the valid, right? These are all given. Only reset, clock, go, only the top part. So basically, init work is the control unit result, product and valid is from the control unit, but zero, end, and product is from your data path. This is again multiplier. Why? It's also appear again in 2018, the second semester. So I will not do this one because it's the same, right? It's the same. So we can skip number 3. We can skip number 3. Or was it number 4? Cuma, okay. It's just that number 3, the presentation is much better in this form. So that means this is not from simulation. All right. So this one is, yeah, starting point is different. 3-7. Maybe you can try, see other student if you can do it. 2017, question of 5 again. We have ones counter. But frankly speaking, many students lost mark from this question. In fact, during face-to-face, because we have only 14 weeks, I don't even have time to go through this part. And even you also, but I think actually we have time. It's just that we use the time for the milestone. So that is one. This is GCD, but this GCD is Shazwan here. This GCD is the different type of GCD that the one that you give, except for one student who is presenting me last Thursday. He is using this method. So always, we quite often we give you the ASM. So the first part will always be the analysis. When you come up with the timing diagram, meaning you are analysis, yeah? You simulate and you analyze. And then based on the CUSM, design and implement. So that means the B part, but actually the B part has nothing to kind of. If you have time, students usually have time on the A part. The B part, you should not have any problem at all because you normally use only one hot method. It's very easy, right? By now, if possible, you don't want to use the binary approach, right? But you need to know still because there are going to be questions. So who's going to share the first one today? You said you are ready, right? So I will go out and not present. I will stop sharing. Now, who is presenting? How many of you here? Let me see. 12. I don't mind. Even if 1%, 2% also, I don't mind anymore because this one is this is my, it's just a favor for me to go through with you. I don't want to, it's not a compulsory class today. Those who want to study, want to learn, come. If you don't want to learn, I don't care. Just do your own stuff. Right. Zainhan, which one are you supposed to present?
Question 3.
Question 3 is what?
The knife multiplier.
Knife multiplier.
Yes.
Your milestone. Okay. Just a quick one, show.
Okay.
And then I will verify.
So wait, hang on. This one.
Oh, okay.
So this is my answer for the state for the timing diagram. So the M is 4. So the M is 4.
Wait. Let me see. Why your init is so small?
Because I thought the init was like only SZ is the melee output of S0 and go, right? So I thought that it's because I thought S0 is from here to here, and then so go is here, right? So because the init is SO dot go, so I thought it's SO and go here, whereas here is already S1, right? So the go init will come down.
Wait. What do you think? Init is input or output?
Init is output of, sorry, init is here. Init is the output of SO
Output,
and
right?
go. Yeah.
Hey,
So
Zen, you have a pen to write on your screen, right? So I think for your final, if you can adjust I mean, the rest of your student as well, let's say if you have something like waveform to do, I think it's good that you can draw on like this, yeah? But draw nicely, lah, right?
yeah.
And then snapshot this one, and will be part of your solution rather than you taking time to draw, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me see. So init is based from state 0.
Yeah, init equal S.
Go.
Yeah, S0 and go. So
Okay.
yeah. So that's why I think the init is just this part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Then after the go, you move to S1, right? So S1 starts at this point here. So S1, so when there's an init signal, you clear the P, right? So the P goes from 21 to 0 in the next clock cycle. And then you also load your M and N. So your M is 4 here and N is 3, so it becomes 4, 3, 0. And the work here is equals to S1 dot 0 bar, right? So we can see that
By the way, you using a PDF or using OneNote?
OneNote.
Ah, you should teach me OneNote. Nice, huh? OneNote. Okay.
Okay.
I try to learn. Okay.
All right. Sorry.
Okay, so you have 30. Mm-hmm.
And so the work here, work is the media output, right? So it's equals to S1 dot 0 bar,
Mm-hmm.
and well, zero bar is 0. You look at the n counter, right? Because the n is not 0, so 0 is the 0 is 0, right? It's not high, so the
Okay.
work has to go up, and then we know that the n is going to decrement by 1, right, every clock cycle. So we just write 3, 2, 1, 0, 0 like that. So the 0 is going to be like this until here, then it goes high. Right? Okay. So I can draw the 0 first. And then the work because it's S1 dot 0 bar, right? So because we know that S1 start here and then 0 is and 0 bar is until here, right? So we can put the work like this and then go down. So
0 is milli or more?
0 is the input, but the work is milli.
If work is 0 is input. 0 is input, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So the M is going to stay as 4 all the time because it only loads during the initial state. So I put the 4. You can fill up the 4. So 4, and 3, 2, 1, 0. And then the product is going to be 4 plus, 4 plus 0 is 4, right? And then you load 4. Then 4 plus 4 is 8, so you load the 8. 8 plus 4 is 12, so you load the 12. And then when there's so S2, this state here, S2 is equals to S1 dot 0, right? So you need S1 and you need 0. So when the 0 goes up like this, and we are still in S1 by the way, so you need 1 clock cycle to change to S2, right? So S2 is starting from here. So 0 like this, and then S2 is here, and so the valid, which is more output, will go up like this. Yeah.
Who is doing knife for the milestone? Any one of you here? I mean, they can verify through their simulation. Who is Aiman, Zenghan, Fazila? Any one of you doing knife amplifier? Knife amplifier, but knife multiplier. What else do you have? Nothing. Now the B part, I think it's just straightforward, right? You just do one hot method. What is this? Did you simulate?
Yeah, I try simulating. I think okay, correct. So 3, 2, 1, 0, 0, and 4. M is always 4. Then 0, 3, 2, 1, and 0, 4. And then the init is it's very small.
Okay. So no doubt, your answer?
Yeah,
Correct.
correct. So I stop sharing.
Okay, good. This is the way you learn, you do simulation. I myself also, before I make question paper, I made a question, I simulate as well, so that I want to see whether my marking scheme is correct or not. Yeah, I think no need to go through the. I think no need, because what was that? What is the final year of that question? Final SKE 1811. Which year is that? Zilhan?
Sorry.
The question is from question 5, final year. What year is it? 1891 or 1892?
It's 18. Wait, hang on. I need to check. Because I only took a picture from the.
Oh,
Let me check.
let's see. You're doing number 3, right?
Yeah, do number 3.
It's faster for me to check than you. 19,
Yeah.
1892, question 6.
Yeah. Yes.
1892, questions. 1890, yeah. If you want to see the marking scheme, maybe I just share with you. Wait. So you, because now you are in the final exam mood, right? So let me just show you the whole thing. Yeah, I don't record. I forgot to record. Doesn't matter lah. Probably I just will start recording from now. We go to here, and this class is called what? What should we call it? I just save it as it is for the time being. Okay, so this is the. Oh, this is the question. Now where is it just now? Here. I put it on PDF. Now this one, this is the final exam on the 22nd May, I think, of 2018-19. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think these are all basically the same lecturer that we have now, except for Dr. Ispani. You see. So you have this type of question, part 1, probably on numbers, on computational logic, which already we have done before. This is also question 2. This I think the most recent one. And then there's part B. This is the sequential. And then this is the ASM. This one is very long, but the answer is very small, very simple. Where is the schema? This is marking scheme supposed to be. It says schema. Maybe below. Here the schema. So the question is for number 6, this one, right? So no. Is this number? No, this is not it. That's the last of it. Here. Is it the same? Yeah, init, work, and then 0. Yeah, valid is slightly delayed. And then you have 3210004. Same as your answer, right? And then for your circuit, don't forget the clock. Don't forget the reset. But if you don't want to use this type of reset, the reset is preset, clear, and clear. You can also use the ghost type, or one more as all. One more, I think, AND gate or something. There are 3 methods, right, to start up for the one hot method. So this is one of the method whereby you have to press the reset, but there's another one method whereby you insert S0 bar, S1 bar, S0 bar, S1 of the starting point here, or you put inverter here, right? There's a few type. All right, so that's it on this question. I think, yeah, we have done this one actually in the class. Next is question. What question you want to do? Who else is ready? What about question 1? I think we don't need to explain much on the serial adder, because I think we have seen a number of demo of explaining this one. Just want to verify the this one, register S, counter K, and signal 0. So how do we fill up this one? So this is, who is doing this? This is 2018-19 question 5. Okay, part 2, don't waste your time. The part 2 is actually very simple. Everybody should score marks. This one usually 10 points. This is another 10 points, so don't lose point on that. Yeah. So, but this one is a bit difficult. I mean, it's a bit time consuming a bit on your solution. But this one is a straightforward question if you use one hot method. So, please adjust your timing. Yeah. What about this one? Question 1. Question 1. So this is 18-19 1. Let me see if I can find it. 18-19 1 here. Here. This is the question 5 just now, right? So this is the answer. Serial adder. So you see 0. What is the question? 4 plus 9. 4 plus 9, the answer is 13. 13 is D. Right, D here. Anyone can help me how to use this software? Where can I use the pen? Zenghan?
I'm not sure. I never use Adobe Acrobat Pro. Pro, I think I have to pay, right? So
I use this, and it says sign document by typing or drawing a signature. I use this, it will edit image. I use this, it will do highlighting. So I can't find the pen.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Sorry.
Oh. I try to use OneNote, but I have problem. This one also, it will do this thing. Request signatures so on. So I can't. This cannot figure out this one. I think what happened is I should open it. Yeah, the best way is I open it with Microsoft Edge. This one is easy. I have all this pen here. So this is the answer for the knife. Sorry, adding. So this is the marking scheme. If you look at it, the next state equation, the output equation. So actually, it's better for you to separate. Actually, here it says straight away. Yeah, but actually you have milli and more. Yeah.
You can go to edit.
Where?
For Adobe PDF.
No. If I go to edit, it will give me. It will all give me the whole thing you want to change. I don't want to change. I want actually what I don't want to edit. I want to do annotation. Annotation is not edit.
You want to write on the text, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to use pen.
If you go to edit and you go to manage tools.
Wait. Let me see. Let's try again using yeah, here. Manage tools.
Yeah, go click tools. There's supposed to be comments on this part.
This one.
Yep.
Then
on your.
Oh, this.
Got it.
I see. Good. So this is close here, but I still have to open the comment.
Yep.
Wait. Edit. Tool. Where? It goes out. The tool. Where's the tool just now? Disappeared. Manage just now. Export. Edit. No. Create PDF. No. Comment. On the comment.
Yeah.
But then it takes too much space.
You can close it, Doctor.
What? If I close it will...
On the right arrow.
Right arrow?
The right arrow, yeah.
Okay. That's why I would for you. You are very young people. I'm sure you have done a lot of this thing. Because this is actually my new laptop. I struggle a bit. Just now when I open on the older computer, I have sound problem. Then coming back to here, that is another problem. Right. So the question just now this is not the one that we want to discuss, right? Okay, let me see. We got distracted. Okay, this one. So this is what is this question just now? Which question 5.8? This one, right? Question 1, isn't it?
Yeah, serial adder.
Serial adder. So serial adder, if you look at it, you need to load and then you enable shift, enable count until you finish with 0. So what is the 0 point? 0 is from the counter, right? Yeah, 0 is from the counter. So when the counter is 0, the 0 will trigger on high. And then the enable shift will always do enable shift until you finish count. So if this is like 4 bits, because it will go counting from 3 and then 2 and then 1 and then 0. So you have 4 state and then you got 0 appear, right? The 0. So you have to do for as long as this one, you want it to be enable shift, right? You enable shift. So you have this enable shift. It looks like enable shift is also an output. As long as you are in the state 2, you have to set the enable shift. So we have to remember either milli or more. If it's more, easier, it follow clock, run or follow clock. Load also follow clock. This is follow clock, right? So that means, yeah, if you were to draw, clear start, so you start from here. You have the A is 4, A is already given 4 and 9. So you do load. When do you do load? After you start, right? After you start, after you load, initially, load and then baru start, load and start. So if I go back to the other one, the scheme, where's the answer just now? Wait. Oh, we got here. So if here you have start, you have load. Initially you have load. Here, right? Because load is on top of start, right? So you have the load starting at 1 and then you have the start. So load only one time and then you don't need to do load anymore. And then you have to do enable count for how long? For looks like 1, 2, 3. 3 pulses. And this enable count is always fixed to 3 pulses. Why? Because your counter is already always start from 3, 2, 1, 0, right? Your K counter. It is a fixed counter. So you have to set for 3 and then enable shift, you extend one more. Why is it one more bigger? So you have the K 3, 2, 1, 0. So by the time you reach this one, it count to 0, the last one at this clock, right? Why is 3? 3 here? This is
Because the load is 1, right? So the 3.
oh yeah, you load again. I mean but load start, but start doesn't start. So even if you load is still on, but how does the load control the counter? So you don't start. Start still 0. Right. So of course, yeah, you do load, but this one.
You load, but you don't count, right? Because the count is low. So it's, I think they load by default, just
this 0 is just reflect here, right? Because that 0 and that 0. So 0 is the easiest one. Now I think this is part that I need to go back. Done is right after, is the same thing as yours. Has to follow because it's also under, it is more, right? Because it is more, it has to wait. Although you have the zero here, you have to wait a bit and it stay there. Why it go back? Because your start is zero, right? If in your project you make the start low, high all the time, then you have the zero stretch. The zero stretch and the done also stretch, right? So I think only this part that I a bit ambiguous. Let's see the question. You have to go back to the state. I mean, load is here. You see the zero, and then you got the zero. Because the load, but the start is not. I mean, you already reached zero, right? In that solution just now, but you have the load. But load, although you have the load will not do anything until start triggered, isn't it? This one. You see the load? You, after state 2, you detect 0. The minute 01, it go done. It done, and then the start 0, it goes here, right? That's why you're done for a bit, because your start is always 0. It go back here. But I think when you go back here, it do the load. Correct. But it doesn't do the start in this thing. This one. So I may have the start is still 0. Although your load is high, I think this one should be, K should not be, how can K turn back? See here, okay. Load is here, also tag. Load here and load here. That's why the load become 3. Yeah, load and load. So this K is loading. Yeah, correct. So you have to always go back to the, that's why when you present, I always ask you for this, rather than the one you drawing, because you don't want the drawing like all small and all the wirings, it got confusing, right? It's difficult to see. Yes, this is correct. Right? Okay, next part, are you clear? So we have the serial. Are you still with me?
Yes,
So the CUDU, this one you can implement yourself. I don't think there is an issue anymore. We finished that. On this one is ones counter, right? Is it? Oh no, multiply. This is a multiplier, so I don't want to do this anymore. Zeng Han already done that. Did you do any more extra? Number 4? Number 4 is serial adder again, is it? Number 3 done. Number 4, actually we don't have many. Did I skip number 4? Number 3 and then suddenly number 5.
Yes, there's no number 4, just number 5.
I think because number 4 was the same question under serial adder or something. So I decided to remove by delete that page. And then I forgot to change this one. So it doesn't matter. There's no big issue. This is ones counter, right? So ones counter is simplest one. Also you have, this is different than previous one. Previous one you use down counter, right? This one you use up counter. So you always start from 0 and so on, right? But the 0 here also doesn't detect the counter because counter starting from 0. 0, 1, 2, and so on, right? And I think this one, how many bits? Receive an input count number from 1 bit, input the ones, for example, input counter 8 bits. This is 8-bit input and the RSI. That is why I asked last time during the presentation, I asked what is the value of the RSI? How do you set? But I think I didn't get the answer during the presentation demo. So you have, again, you have the 0, but 0 is actually, you have the A0. So this is actually register A of 7.0 because this is 8 bits, right? So because it's 8 bit, this is A7, but The one that go here is actually A0. So what happened is that it always, this one is the A0. The way it's shifting is that if you start with number 1101, 1110, so this number that will be going out. So as this number going out, number 0 coming in. So obviously after 8 times shifting, the 0 here will occupy the whole thing. So this one will detect, right? So 0 will detect, but 0 can be earlier. For example, if you have input of, for example, if you have another input of 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. In other words, after 4 shift, right, you already got the 0 here, already triggered. So that means this is not like the one before. The one before, this one, the counter, wait. Is this using counter? No. No, this is not counter. No, the counter for this one, this is also counter. No. Where? Here. This counter is fixed to 4. 4 state. 3210. Fixed. But this one is not fixed. I mean, that's why for this one, it's easier to set the enable shift for 4 clock pulse. But for the ones, where's question number 5? For this one, so it will always check the A0 somehow must have a relationship to the E enable count, because you only want to count if you detect 1. For example, detect 1, you count as 1. Detect another one, count up. Detect another one, up. Detect another one, up. But if you detect 0, don't count. But however, in this case, after 4 shift, the whole thing will be 0. It will stop. It will just go down. So this 0 actually related to the done. And the timing here it shows, right? You have the start, you have the load, same. What do you load? Yeah, you load the value here, but you don't have here. But I think you have clear. Where is the clear? This load actually should work with clear, right? Because you don't have clear here, but you have clear here. Yeah, load and clear goes together. So that means this load at the same time loading the register and also clear the clock, the counter. And then you do enable shift until the whole register is 0. If it's not 0, because if 0 is finished, right? And if you forgot to put the start to be 0, your done will be long. So this is the, so I believe your load has to be before, right? You can have the before from here to here probably, isn't it? Because your load actually, but load is milli. Milli doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So let me see the answer. Yeah, load is here, but I think this one is I would say your answer can be adjusted lah, right? If you make it shorter also can, I think, but not shorter than start, right? Because start has to see load. After load,
This is the previous answer, right?
Huh?
This is the previous, the serial, is this
Question
the ones counted?
Yeah, question 5, right? Question 5, right? I think so. Question 5A. 17, 18. Is it not? This is
Yeah.
wait. Not this one. Not this one. Not this one. Yeah, you are right. Where is it? I thought I already opened it. Was it number 6? Oh, this one. Look at it. There are a few versions. Yeah. This is not. This is for 4 plus 9, right? The one that we were doing is ones counter. Let's see the question. Oh, 2017-18. This is no, this is to 18-19. Let me delete. What happened? Oh, leave. Let me look for the 2000. Forgot again. Which one?
2017, 2018,
Okay,
SEM
year
2.
2. Sem 2. Wait a minute. 17-18. Here.
Yes.
Okay.
Question 7.
Okay, let's go very fast. The schema, sometimes handwriting, sometimes nice, sometimes not nice. Yeah. Where? Here. Question 6?
No, question 7.
Oh, question 7. 7 question. Wow.
Yeah, this one.
Uh-huh. So, what do you see? Maybe I need to reduce a bit so I can see all of it. See, clock data, start. Now, where is the answer? It doesn't look. Does it? You have the A and the B. Or you have A, B? Let me see. 0, but this is 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Why? Question 8. Wow. Long time ago, the question is even tougher than now. A0, the data, look at it. Data, load. Now here, load and start together, but I think even if you put a load earlier, it's also acceptable. Yeah. And the load, because it's input, it doesn't have to turn off. And then enable shift is right here. After you load and you start, you got the enable shift go up, right?
Yes.
And then you have 0. 0 never turn up. Why? Somehow this is not finished.
Yes. Yes. I feel that it's not finished, this question. It should be
You know
longer,
why? Because
actually.
you require 8 bits, right? But actually,
Yeah.
this is the input data that come in, not this one.
Yes.
If
So
this
it
is
was
the
very
data,
weird.
if you use this data as the input, you can complete because you need only 4 pulses, right?
Yes.
Right. But because this one, I used to the comment. Because you use doesn't matter. Because you use this one, so that means it require 8 pulses. But here only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 starting, right? That's why then A0, the first one is 0, the second one is 1. That's why you got 1. This is the first one, right? Let's consider the first one. So
Yes.
0. The second one, 1. The third one is 0 again, right?
Yes.
0. The fourth one is another 0, right? The fifth one, that is the third 0 there, right?
Yes.
And then this one is only 1, right?
Yeah.
Here is that's the 1 there,
Yeah. So the A0
and
goes
then
up.
that's why it's not finished. So yeah, it's correct lah. The count is only, you managed to see only 2, right? Only one,
Yes.
enable count only 2 times. So the answer is 2. But why is A2512B14? Why is that?
Yeah, I think it's shifting, right? The shift date.
Yeah. But you start from 0. What is
And
the
then
A and what is B? B is the, let me see again, the question I
B is
forgot.
the number of ones, right? They keep track of the number of ones.
Yeah,
Count
but the structure itself. Strange, so sorry. The structure, where is it? The go back. I think it. Yeah. Oh, here. This is B. This is A. So the B is self. Actually, B is just count up, right? So that's why you start from 0, 1, 2. The A is shift. Yeah. A is shift. That's why. So that's why if you shift starting from here, when you shift How do I do it? Manage, Manage.
Comment.
Yeah. And then arrow there. And then the pen. Okay. So if you look at the number here, initially you have, once you shift, it become 1. Wait. Why? Why it come like that? You see, it doesn't like me. Whatever it is lah. You can see this one because you shift. When you shift, the 0 come out, you get 1, 0, 0, 0. That's 1. And then the new number data coming in is 0. No, I think it looks like the number coming in is 1, is it? Because you got A. Right, this one going out. Oh, initially is A2. Yeah. And then when the 0 going out, this one, I don't know why my pen doesn't want, now it doesn't want. Okay, so when the 0 coming out, can become 1, 0, 0, 0. And then the new number 5. Yeah, correct. So you got 5, 1. So in order to solve this one, you have to actually, this is like too nice to be true to get. So when you do your solution, please do some working somewhere as well to see why you get the 5451, how you get 2B. Otherwise, I will start getting curious. How can it be too quick for you to get the answer like that? Okay, so show some work that you see, you know that these are shifting. All right. I think yeah, last one. So we don't need this one anymore. You want to change? I don't want to change. No. Okay. The last one is the GCD. Hans, have you done this one? Hans Ho?
Yeah, but I think my answer is not good. I think my answer is wrong. It's very strange, my answer.
Yeah. You try to simulate?
This one no. Yeah, this one I didn't try.
The guys is too quiet. They Paul very quiet. Nobody want to talk. Let's see. Let's have to understand this one a little bit on the GCD. Okay, what do we find it? This GCD is different than, I think a few of you, there are at least 4 groups doing GCD, right? Any one of you here? I have to check who is the participant. None of you here? There are 14 of you, including
Doing GCD, but GCD is different from this one.
Yeah. So, but the method basically not so different lah. The concept of GCD is they want to get the common denominator, right? So let's say if you have 8 and 4, what will be the answer? If you give a number, two number 8 and 4, what will be the GCD?
4, right?
Yeah, the GCD will be 4. If you are given 5 and 6,
1.
yes. Okay, that is the first thing that you have to establish, that you have to understand the concept of GCD. Then here, what happened is that it will always, yeah, this is actually the one that you use in the exercise. You have select A and you have select B. You have the 0, A less than B, right? So what you do is, for example, if you have, what is the input given here? Wait. Here. So they give you two value. One is 21 and 6. The other one is 6 and 20. But because you have start only 1, right? So therefore, so many things coming in. So this one will never appear, right? You just look into this one because start is only one time. Start.
Yes.
Busy. Okay. So if you look back and stay here, you have the start. Now you have you load the value and then you start. But oh yeah, your value will be changed. Sorry, there's too many message coming. Here, because of the start is 0, you will see this process, isn't it?
Yes.
But it doesn't go to this part. It doesn't go to lower part because your start is only 1. So this value somehow will appear, but it doesn't be processed. Kind of, yeah? So that means when is the start is here. So, but the value here will go in already, right? Right, isn't it? Why?
That's the one I'm not sure.
Because here,
Oh,
enable A, select B, enable B. So that means the process of loading is already done before the start.
I see.
Okay, same as before. You have the load before. You have load before and then you start. Okay, so the start is actually now you go this one. You go this one. And then what you do is select A, 0, 1, enable A is 1. What does it? Select, got two select, 0, 1. Okay, go back here. Here. Select A, select B. So if you have 0, 1, that means you select A. Right.
Yes, yes. I think you have 0, 1, that means you select A in and then you select B in. Is it? Oh, no, no, sorry. Sell A and no, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Select A,
correct.
enable A. You enable
Sell.
A, you select A. Enable A, select A.
Yeah. You select
Only
A and then
this
you
one.
load.
Why is it got 3? Yeah?
Because this GCD, right, the subtractor cannot do B minus A. It can only do A minus B. So when B is bigger than A, they do switching.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
switch
It has to swap. Yeah, I know.
Yes.
This one is always do A minus B, correct? This one is
Yeah.
always A minus B. But actually, you want to always uh if A greater than B,
Yeah.
right? And you want to do B minus A, otherwise,
Yes.
right?
So, yeah.
And then or you stop when A equal B.
Yeah.
Or in fact, in this case, when B is 0,
Yeah,
right?
B0.
It's not when A equal to B, but you will have, because how do you get 0 is when A equal B, A minus B is 0, right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know why they got 3 here, 0, 1, 2.
The 2 is for the B, the register from B. So the value from B goes to A because when you are swapping the A and B.
Wait, let me see. You have the component A, GCD 8-bit, 8-bit resist, 8-bit. The result is stay in where? GCD 8-bit result is the output. Where will the output go?
The output, so
Oh,
normally
from A, yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Oh, the output can be from A, can
the
also
output of A only.
always from A, right?
Yeah.
This one. Okay. So, but this is 3, eh? Usually 2 only, eh? I got confused here.
The number 2, for the number 2 is from register B.
Yeah. This is from B.
For the swapping.
Right?
This is from the subtractor.
From subtractor. So this is from sub or from A. Yes. So by right, only the first time you got 0, 1, right? Because you want the A
Yes.
coming in. So let's see the timing diagram again. A in, B in, start, A, B. Start. Oh, you don't have. You just say start, you go select 1, 0, 0, 0. Select 0, 0. So select 0, 0 meaning you are taking from here, right? Right.
Yeah, taking from A in.
0, 0. So that means this data coming in, but the enable doesn't come in yet. Right. Enable A, select, oh, enable already done. Enable also done. So enable also. So basically, the first step,
My turn. I think the
We don't
zero
have to
zero
worry
means
about that.
zero.
Huh?
I think the 00 means zero. 00 to
Oh.
cell A, right? It means like choose multiplexer input number 0. And
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
01.
Because you have three choice. You have three choice here.
Yeah, yeah.
Either to take from this data going in, or from sum, or from B that goes to A, right? Right? And it would take from B if here it goes A and here B, right?
Yeah.
But it will swap here A going here, right? A will go to B if which condition is met?
Is smaller than.
Oh, you got the B as well. Oh yeah, you got B. Yeah. Yeah, the condition is select B here. When do you select B? You have to tell. Select B. How do you say this one?
Yeah.
Because the flowchart is very simple, right?
The flowchart looks.
Work, select A. I mean, go to work. Do you have work? I think you would missed out on work here. You got A, you B, you got start A, B. You have 0. I don't know if I miss out on the work. Let me try to see the solution. And this is let me see. Let's see, what is this? I think I maybe truncate a few that's supposed to be. Question A for 17, 18, 2. Remind me, 17, 18, 2. So, here, the same thing lah. Mama, I don't want to open that way. I want to open with Microsoft Edge. Then my pen is easier to work. Number 8. Let's go for number 8. I think like I don't have the solution. Here. Yeah, I don't have the solution for number 8.
Oh no.
Wait. Here, number 8. But I think at number 8 we got yeah, that's one. Number 8. This is number 8. So yeah, there's a LT. I truncate this part. This waveform, right? I should have A in, B in, start A, B, 0, less than, that means A less than B, and done. Yes.
Would it be possible for you to send the answers for maybe the answer scheme to the group chat after the people?
No. You do it now, only here.
Okay.
If you don't attend, I recording this one. If you don't attend, because I don't like, there are students who are very good memory in memorizing. I don't want memorizing, and I don't want to open book check everything also. This one is what? Yeah, you start with 2116, right?
Yes.
21.6, and then Y15 because it works. It start working.
Yeah.
So as long as you start, you go, because the only checking is it will check only when it happen to be this one, right?
Yes.
So that means you continue 15, 21.6, and then 21 minus 6 is 15, isn't it? Remain 6, then 15 minus 6 is 9. So actually, if you don't really follow, as long as you know the algorithm is okay already, you can figure out the answer. Then 9 and 6 still can do. 9 minus 6 is 3. This remains 6. But now it's starting, the A is less, so it will go up by the clock, right?
Yes.
You go up and then you swap. So now you swap here, and this one swap here. So that means you have 6 going here, 3 going here. And 6 minus 3 is 3 and 3, right? So still not less, but now it's equal, right? 3 and 3 is equal. So when it's equal, you have to, why done is not coming up?
Done is B equals 0, right? So I think out of space.
Yeah. Done is only when B equal to 0, but it's here, right?
Yeah.
So done is actually going to go up here.
Yes.
I mean, the next clock. If we have the next clock, then you have the done. right? You don't have the done yet, but you already detect the zero because it detect the B zero, right? So it becomes 0330. Once you have the B0, and you got but the answer is, you just say done. Oh, here the answer is 3, right? Yeah, the answer is 3. Because between 6 and 21, yeah, the answer is 3.
Yes.
Common denominator is 3. So this is the answer for the GCD. Okay. So that's all. Yeah, this is the solution. Again, normal one is do this one. See, the 2 marks is only for the clock and for the reset. And then you have all the marks for the equations here. You have to be careful not to miss out. This is the scheme, right? Sample scheme. And all the marks and the diagram. Make sure. And don't do looping back. Write clearly. You must write here and you must write here. If you write here but you don't write here, also cannot. Yeah, because this one coming from here, and don't try to do wiring back. Wiring back is too crazy. I will deduct some point just because you make me headache looking at the lines. And then don't forget about the output. Yeah, I have only I mean normally we are given 6 days to mark, and now everything
6
on
days only, doctor?
officially after your exam on the 7th. I have, oh no, your exam is on the 8th. I was given 6 days only to finish marking.
For
Oh,
60 students.
Yeah, but I usually don't follow that. I don't follow. I cannot. If my student is only 15 or 30, yes, I can do it. And also if I have the paper with me, so I can bring home, I can do whatever marking. But now it's on the computer, like everything is online, right? I don't think I'm going to print your work, right?
yep.
So it will taking me, but now I even invest on this laptop that has this touch screen. But
Wow.
but I'm just having it now, so it takes me time. Even Take Paul have to help me just now to get this thing. So yes, so by right 6 days, but I think when is the actually final exam start? It's on the 4th, is it? 4th of July, is it? I think it's from the 4th of July.
For most of us, it starts on the 6th. It's the engineering statistics.
All right, and then it finish when? End of July
11.
or August?
July.
July.
11th
So
July with the EMT.
that's the last paper.
Yes.
Yes.
What date was that?
11th July.
11 July is the last date.
Yep.
Yep.
That's the last date for you, but not the last date for UTM student, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I think UTM student maybe the last day is 25th of July or something like. Usually the test is like 3 weeks, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, finance is 3 weeks. So if you have 3 weeks, the 7th of July is the first week, right? So
Yeah.
I think you have 2 weeks to mark
It's
because
very cramped up.
you cramp up. I also cramp up as well. So don't pressure me to check or something lah. Give me time. I don't know how I'm going to do this time. But I think if you want to, usually after I finish marking, I will upload the display marks for student to check. That is like let's say if your final exam, if the last day of final exam is on the 25th, usually 6 days after 25th is the last day to key in marks. So if I can complete marking before then and I display the marks for you, and if you want to complain, I can entertain only 1-to-1. Yeah, not like this. So that means probably I will just put password, or I don't let anyone else coming and just discuss with you only, because as usual final exam paper is not to be given out, right? It's only,
Yes.
but you can check with me on 1-to-1 basis. Okay. And if you even within 1-to-1 basis also, usually within 6 days after I put up the display mark, and the minute finish the key in marks, for example, it's the 25th, maybe early August, the last day to key in. If you still not happy with your mark, then you have to request. I think you have to pay like 25 or 50 ringgit or maybe more. So if you request, somebody else, another lecturer will mark your paper. And if your request is successful, the money will return back to you and you will get your marks improved. Maybe from C become B or B become A, whatever. But if your request to regrade and so happen that your marks should be going lower or maybe not change, so we will not lower your grade. That's fortunate of you, but you lost your money.
Mm-mm.
That is actually the rule lah, the ruling. So I will let you know now. Hey, by the way, the EPPP, what is that? Penilaian pengajar, right? Lecturer do not teaching on the soft skill. That is not, soft skill is not something to be taught. Yeah? Soft skill is
Mm-mm.
something that you learn through the project. You learn, I mean, now with you going online, I think there's a lot of soft skill that you learn, right?
Yes.
All these, I think can start using the note, OneNote, right? And then I myself also, I do all this online thing which I never thought I will do before. Never, because I'm going to be pensioned in like 3-4 years from now. Why would I want to study this? Right? But because of the situation, everybody have to, right? But I think it's good because, like for example, Han, where are you, Han?
Yes, I'm here.
Where is your home? Where is your home?
My home, Kulai, Johor.
Oh, you're not very far.
Yes.
In Kulai. Tekpa?
Kajang Selangor.
Kajang. Huda is I think in Sabah or Sarawak. Don't know.
She in Sabah.
Sabah, right? Azahari. Who's that? Muhammad Azahari. I don't think she's in my class, right?
I think he's just come here to watch
Join.
the. Yes.
Nan, I think Nan is from, I don't know, maybe Penang or what? Haikal?
Oh, I'm from Putera.
Huh?
I'm from Putera.